Jeez, we're not live. Honest to God. I did it again. We just went through 10, 15 minutes of chit chat and we're not live. Well, I'm going to play the song again. Honestly, I don't believe the level of stupidity here astounds even me. And I'm the one guilty of it. So here we go. Let's see. Let me get plugged back in here. All right. Mercy.
Hello, Mary. Mary. Try and sort this one out. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that can be. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Instrumental break. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. 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 Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish.
Yeah.
I think that one will do.
That'll be.
I'll play it back and I'll see what
That'll
I think.
be dandy. Goodness sakes, isn't that wonderful? Mary Page is going to make spandex dance costumes for everybody. Gonna do a bedazzled chorus line here. Mercy. Lee will be with us this morning. He's off on a bit of a break. I started 10 minutes early, but forgot to click the start broadcast, go live button. So we entertained ourselves for 10 minutes, during which time we got the news that the baby is breathing on its own. And we were expostulating about that and celebrating it. And of course, none of it was online. So the level of my stupidity astounds me. Anyway, Mary, if you would like to come on for a few minutes, it would be a delight to have you. Let me see who's calling me. Father Fish.
Good morning. I have a question about ick treatment.
Ick treatment. Okay.
Yes, sir. Well, basically, I had a new 45-gallon I'd set up and planted, and I came in last weekend, and I got 3 green tiger barbs and 2 pearl grammies and a Placo for the new tank.
Okay.
And I looked this morning, and one of the little green tiger barbs has a white spot on his nose. So I'm thinking they have it. And I didn't know what you recommended as the best treatment, because I've had other tanks, and I've used different medications, and usually I lose somebody out of the treatment.
Okay.
And I just didn't know what your best recommendation was.
Very simple. Do you have a heater in the tank?
Yes, sir. I turned it up.
To what?
I got it almost
turn it up to 86,
Okay.
and leave it there for 2 days.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's
no
it.
Aquarium salt. None of this stuff that turns my tank blue and green. Oh,
No.
thank you,
No.
Jesus. Okay.
None of it.
Okay.
That's all you need to do.
Perfect.
Call me back in
Okay,
a day or
perfect.
two.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You
I greatly
betcha.
appreciate it.
Okay,
All
don't.
right,
Oh,
bye-bye.
listen. While I got you,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we are live on YouTube, Father Fish
Okay.
channel right now. You're live on it right now. So if you want to plug in, we'd be more than welcome to have you. Very good.
Sure, I appreciate it. Yes, and then I'll see you in a couple weeks because I have to come get my angels for this tank. So, all
Okay,
right.
dokie. You bet.
Thanks, hon.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Understand, Mary. Getting ready to head back out. Okay, dokie. Well, we are beyond thrilled that things are working out so far with Avram. That's profoundly exciting news. All right, Aquatic Conquest is asking Petraman about something he did. So we need to back up and figure out what's going on here. No, I did not see the video, Mary Page. Where did you send it? Tell me where to find it. Stephen. Hi, Stephen. Danny Ken. Good morning. Nice to have you with us on your travels, Petraman. All right, so what is this discussion going on between Petraman and Aquatic Conquest? I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning to find it. All right. Good as things. We had people in here at 8 o'clock this morning. And I've been chatting with Lee half of the morning. And we got this phenomenal news about the baby. They took the tube out, and the baby is breathing on his own, not deeply enough yet, but they're monitoring his CO2 levels. Now they can do intravenous to increase CO2, I believe. So there are some ways to take care of this if need be. But he should be regulating, should be self-regulating. Petraman. Good morning, teacher. Talking about time. Cassie, I'm scrolling down, trying to figure out setting up another 94-inch sand bed. Petraman. Oh, love this sand, and so do the Corys. He bought some bags of, what's it, Carib Sea? There's somebody from New Jersey. Father Fish. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm Father Fish.
Yes.
Hi, this is Stephanie. You're talking about the.
Oh, hi. Right.
What happened was, I use the floor in sandbags. So what I do is I use small clay pots and I put laterite in them.
Okay, I did see a note about.
The laterite.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
All right. So what I do is I put the plant inside the laterite and the small clay pot, bury them underneath the sand,
Yes.
and the growth is just unbelievable.
Wow. Nice. Huh.
It's something I was experimenting with. I wanted to try it out and see if it worked.
So it also allows you to control growth, which makes it easier to move the plant then. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty working out good, and I can take them out and fertilize them and put them back.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, yeah. I see the note now. That's exciting. That's really wonderful. Listen, I've got my link posted. If you want to pop in, just come on up into the guest room, and I'll bring you up and we can chat anytime.
Okay, thank you.
That'd be wonderful. It'd be great fun. Yeah, I want to do more and more of that. So, I want to get people coming up here and sharing the screen.
Okay, thank you, brother.
You're in New Jersey.
Yes.
In the
Hopefully I'll be here within the next 2 years.
Where are you in Jersey?
I'm in Bricktown.
Where's that?
Down by Tom's River.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I'm from Maryland, so I'm familiar with Tom's River.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Well, that's a nice area. It's a nice part of Jersey. That and the Pine Barrens. You're kind of across from the Pine Barrens.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And really, feel free to pop in anytime, and we'll bring you up. He's gone. Oh, that was nice. I hope you were able to hear. Hi, Lee. Petroman just called me by phone. He's not got his ears plugged in yet. So, yeah, I did find the note.
I've noticed them before.
There he is.
The little
I did
buttons.
find the note.
What do they do on the plus
Oh,
and
dear.
minus? They normally say left and right.
There's no left and right, Lee. There's no left
I
and
suppose it
right.
matters, really.
He can't hear me. No, it doesn't matter.
Twittering on about bloody nonsense for the last 10 minutes. Let's see what's been going on. I can't hear nothing.
Daniken.
No, got that in.
Daniken's here. Daniken, you want to come up? Let me post the link again.
Hello, Daniken. What have I been missing? Not a lot, I don't suppose.
No, not a lot. We're good.
Nah.
Oh, I'll tell you what you did. I'll tell you
You've
what
been
you
talking rubbish.
did.
You've been talking rubbish. Everyone
Listen-
knows it. You've been talking rubbish, haven't you?
Listen to me.
What?
That whole time we were talking, we were not live. I had not hit the live button.
Shut up.
I did the same thing yesterday.
Oh, no.
So I played the song again.
Yeah, what? No.
So erase everything from your mind in terms of what you think people heard, because they didn't hear squat. All right.
Brilliant job.
Isn't that awful?
Brilliant.
And the level of technical incompetence here is a bit overwhelming.
I'll tell you this. I'm a retired computer scientist, and I told you earlier that I didn't understand why my picture was fuzzy. You couldn't hear me properly. Oh, who's this?
This is Danny.
Good morning.
Kenny.
What's going on there?
Hi. How are you? Nice to see you.
Daniken, is that you? Is that you?
That is me.
Hey, brother. You look cool, dude. I like your head.
Where are you?
I am in Rockford, Illinois.
Rockford, Illinois.
That's not your fault.
Getting a little rest before I start my last little push of journey here.
So how much longer are you going to be out?
I will be on the road until about September 8th.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. In America, when you go to the shop,
days and about 8,000
it takes you
miles.
6 months.
Mercy.
America's so huge that if you want to pop to the shops, you're local, you have to get in a car, and it takes you 6 months to get there and get back. So I've heard.
Really?
Well, I will say I might have been going a little over the speed limit in a few states to get to where I need to get. So,
Well, I'll bet. So you're going to be here you're coming to Father Fish.
Yeah, I think we're going to be to you, Father Fish, probably that last week of August at some point.
Oh, that'd be fabulous. About a week away. 10 days or so. That'll be great fun. Who's coming with you?
At this point, it's up in the air. I'm not sure who all they've got planned. I know my truck will hold 5 bodies, so I'm sure we'll have at least. But last I heard, I do know James from Fish Room Fever, Ed from Chattanooga Ed. I'm not sure if Bob's going to go or not, and there's rumor that Lucas might make the trip down with me from Indiana.
That would be amazing. That would truly be amazing. We'll have to do 5 live streams at once. That would be great. Well, Lee and I are collaborating now. We're going to be doing a few things together on live stream.
Nice.
We've been having great fun. It's crazy, but it's fun. And your trip is just amazing.
Yeah, I've got to try to squeeze in now. My aquarium club has now locked me in with a couple more people.
Wow.
Jeremy Bosch, and then a Jim Cartwell, and then Rusty Wessel.
Oh, really? Well, that's pretty cool. So you're hitting the big time here.
I'm trying to hit all the fish rooms I can hit, man.
How are you documenting all of this?
Basically, I go in and I do live streams in each one, and then after I'm done with the live stream is when I have the real fun, and I go and video the whole fish room. Wow. And then Danny has requested that I don't post them the way I like to post them, just raw and natural. She wants to do edited videos on each one. That's why they haven't been posted yet. I just want to make it raw and the way I've always done them. But she wants to try the edited version. I hate edited videos. Everybody that knows me.
Yeah, well, that's good. You increase the quality there. If Lee's shaking his head no, but he just did a production value piece with a high level of editing that was just brilliant.
One take. I'm with Daniken on this. Don't mess around with it. Don't edit it. Do it real. Do it natural. Don't edit anything, Daniken. Do it natural.
That's what the live streams are.
You start redoing things, it comes across as disingenuous.
Correct.
There you go.
Although I will say, guys, in the Dan's Fish Room, you guys would be on there for probably an hour and a half if I would have done it unedited. It took me. I end up having
an hour and a half of beautiful watching.
The problem I'm having, to be truthful, guys, is you got to understand. Yeah, I YouTube and I'm a creator and all that stuff, but I'm a hobbyist. I mean, when I'm in Dan's Fish, I mean the shock and awe.
I'm an expert.
Yeah.
It took me like the first hour to get over I was geeking out over being at Dan's Fish, so I'm like, then you have to get yourself composed and start shooting. And it's like, man, my hands were shaking. It was nice to be there. And he's such a genuine, cool dude. I mean, he's just, what you see on his streams is what you get in person. That guy is just that cool. So
nice.
And I tell you, if you are considering getting fish online, that guy is the real deal, man. I watched his operation. Before you even see those fish come up for sale on his site, he's already had them quarantined for 2 to 3, sometimes a month. He will not pass them along to you till he knows he's giving you a good quality, healthy fish.
That's amazing.
He's what the fish world needs. We need more people that think in his direction so that the first-time hobbyist doesn't get a bad taste in their mouth,
Yeah, exactly. That's great. That's exciting stuff. Yeah, being able to document all this really is a big deal because it just kind of pulls the whole thing together.
And the other thing we've done is we've got this log book. It's kind of like a log book that I've been keeping. And every time I go into somebody's fish room, I get a selfie with them. And then I have them write a little something in my log book with the date. So, when I get home, I can reminisce and go through each thing. Like
Yeah.
And so far, I've gotten Jason with Redfish Bluefish. I've gotten Priscilla MK. I've gotten Dan. I've gotten Candy Overhauls. So, I mean, it's really cool when I'm done with this journey to be able to go back and look at all the people I saw. Because as you're on it, you tend to start forgetting where you've been and where you're going, you know?
That's great fun. Great fun. So where are you headed next?
From here, I plan to go. Well, originally, I've been trying to get in contact with Chevy Fish, but it sounds like she wants me to come meet her on Sunday up at some kind of get together trunk thing. I don't know if I can do it because I've already kind of booked 2 things for that day already.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing a fish room or a fish store tour of a local LFS here in Rockford. They got 5-star reviews, which I've never heard of anybody having 5-star reviews in any business. So I'm like, well, I've got to check these guys out. So I've arranged to go there on Sunday.
Cool.
And then I have another gentleman I've been speaking with. I'm probably going to shoot too. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to meet Chevy Fish over in Glenview. It's like 2 hours away from me here.
Yeah, yeah.
So my initial plan, I wanted to go see her, and then I was going to head to Davenport, see Cody's son, then over to Lucas.
Right.
That's all going to be Monday.
Huh.
And then from Lucas, I need to go to Kentucky, Alabama, see several people in Tennessee, pick up the Tennessee Mafia, and then we're going to head to you. Then from there, I have to, I'm thinking about turning around and going through Louisiana because I've got quite a few people there now that have responded and want me to stop there.
Nice. Yeah.
But I have to be through my front door on the 8th because Danny's leaving for the Fish Fam camping trip on the 8th. So literally my truck's going to get about 10 minutes rest, disembark all the stuff I've collected on my trip, load them and my daughter up, and they're heading out for their trip. So
well, this is just fabulous. We're so excited for you and for what you're doing, and it means a lot to all of us. Just such a big deal. It's got to
morning hat trick.
Everybody's dream, I think. Oh, we lost it. I don't know. We lost.
That's just wonderful.
That's great. That's great.
I'm not sure about him shooting people and bringing mafia in. That's a bit scary.
Thank you, Danny.
He's going to shoot someone, and then he's going to get the mafia. And I'm a bit scared.
Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button.
Oh, all right. We lost you. Lost you for a minute.
Wasn't your fault.
Oh, it definitely was.
No, it wasn't.
I hit the wrong button.
No, you didn't.
Let's see.
So when's your next collecting trip, Father Fish?
This coming Wednesday. Frank went to the doctor yesterday. He got a cortisone shot, so he's good to go. So we're excited about that. We're going to go out. We may go out Sunday afternoon. That's possible. I kind of would like to do it.
Saltwater or freshwater?
We need both. I want to get probably Wednesday. We'll do saltwater. Sunday, if we go out, that'll be freshwater. So I want to get back down to Boca. That was pretty good collecting. I hurt myself doing it just from the muscular strain.
Well, I tell you, I brought snorkeling gear in case we shall want to go collecting the day we're there.
Well, that'll be fun. We'll get a net.
I packed everything for every occasion, man.
Great. That'll be great. That'll be great. We're losing.
Yeah,
he's bored. He
I had
bores
to
easily.
control myself when I was at Peplin Creek's Aquatics when I did his fish room. He's actually got a stream that has wild sticklebacks in it.
Oh my word!
Oh, it was so hard for me not to, spend an extra day there collecting.
Oh my word! Where is he located?
Wisconsin.
And he's got sticklebacks up there. I collected sticklebacks when I was a kid in the Chesapeake Bay. Yeah, Lee's got sticklebacks near him.
They're a cool fish. I had them as a kid,
They are
and then I
fabulous.
took them when I was living here before. I mean, I get them in my minnow buckets, believe it or not. I didn't even have to collect
I
them.
cannot keep them here in Florida. They're cold water fish. They can't tolerate the warmth.
Have you bred them yet, Lee? They're really cool to watch when they're breeding.
No, like you, it was a childhood thing. We'd catch them
Yeah.
in little nets in the rivers, bring them home.
My buddy here
But-
there in Portland has bred them. He says it's really amazing. They make this real extravagant nest, and
Yeah,
he says
that's
it's
right.
really, really cool.
Yeah,
So that is my goal as an adult now. I want to get them and breed them just so I.
way cool. Well, Lee's moving into a new home, and he's going to have a fish room. So I dare say that will be one of his new aquariums. That'll be fabulous. Yeah, I've had sticklebacks my whole life. The other thing I've had is the little eastern seaboard pupfish. I've had those my whole life too. And
What is
they're
it? You put?
it's the pupfish. So it's we hear about the desert pupfish, but there are a number of different varieties. And there's one variety that's very populous all up and down the East Coast. I don't think I have any in the shop right now. I got some, and I've got a video up about them. They're in a tank. They show colors that you never see in nature because you're always looking down at them. In a tank, you see them full face, and they're spectacular fish with the most amazing breeding behaviors.
I've
And
never
that's-
heard of them bottomfish.
That's something I caught as a kid. They range from Maine all the way down into the Gulf, all along the coast in brackish water, not in salt water, but in brackish water. And there's species of them all over the continent. The desert pupfish, P-U-P, pupfish. Aquatic conquest. We've had a conversation going here to get in the reference was
Daniken, 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 Daniken,
Yeah.
Daniken, Daniken,
he hears
Daniken.
you. He hears you.
What? Why have you got a vending machine in your kitchen?
Vending machine.
Yeah, right behind you. There's a vending machine.
He's on
Oh,
the road.
that's my mom's fridge. She's got a bunch of pictures and stuff on there.
That's a fridge.
Oh, you're
That's
at
a
your
fridge.
mom's house.
That's bigger than my apartment.
Yeah, that's a refrigerator. She's got all of her grandkids and whatnot on there.
Does she live in there?
No, she don't live in there, but boy, I tell you, she makes some good grub out of there.
I bet she
That's
does.
one thing nice being home with mama. You get all kinds of
Yeah,
home cooked meals and
nothing better than mum's cooking.
nothing better than mom's cooking. And seeing mom. I haven't been
Yeah.
home in 2 years. So this is
Oh,
the first time I see my family in 2 years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wow. I missed my mother for 6 months because of this pandemic nonsense, and that was tough. 2 years.
I had an amazing time in Wisconsin
Shame
with
on
Dad,
you,
too.
naughty boy. Naughty, naughty boy.
We have a
Yeah,
comment.
it's been-
We have a comment in the chat that I'd like to draw you gentlemen's attention to. Aquatic Conquest is saying he is suffering from gray hair algae. Gray hair algae.
Hmm.
It's obviously something very old. Gray.
It's a good name.
Yeah, because it is.
That's my mom.
Oh, hello, mummy. Hey. Oh, you look like my mum. You really do. You look like my mum, Wendy.
Look like my mom, Wendy's.
You look just like my mum, Wendy. Oh, wow. And she laughs just like that as well. Oh, bless you both. Bless you both.
These guys do go on. Oh, the chat is always the in this case the fourth conversationalist. It and rarely has anything at all to do with with what's happening on the live broadcast. The chat is very much its own animal. I really think we could set it up with no video and let it run 24/7, and it would be a source of entertainment and resource for
That's a
information.
brilliant idea. That is
You
a
know,
brilliant idea.
The stream's only part of it. The chat's where it's at. It's always fun to be in the chat.
really
Exactly,
true.
Daniken,
Yeah, the
exactly.
chat's really the focus of it. I get
That's it.
lost in the chat. I'm always shooting my mouth off and ignoring the chat, and then I can never catch up.
The only thing I'll tell you, gentlemen, though, is the chat is as addictive as crack. Because when I was up there in Wisconsin with no internet, I'm like, what am I missing? Because I could not get on the internet to save my life. Occasionally, when we went for breakfast, that was it. But so I missed everybody's streams, and I've been trying to catch up now that I have internet. But
Huh. Mary, yeah, they're just talking about stuff that's got nothing to do with anything we're saying. It's a totally different conversation. And it's a lot more interesting, actually.
Wallace, in answer to your question, I have not set anything up with Ohio Fish Rescue, and the reason that is, I know that family's been going through some challenges of right now, so I didn't want to put more stress on the plate for Big Rich.
Man, they are certainly facing an uphill battle there, aren't they?
Yeah, I didn't want to put more pressure on them by me coming, out of the blue and say, "Hey, dude, check it out."
Yeah. Well, God bless
as much
them.
as I would love to, because I would love to get in there and snorkel with those big fish in that big tank.
I know, really.
You're being really thoughtful, Daniken. I'm sure they would embrace you, but you are being very, very thoughtful, given the situation.
I tell you guys, as much as I love my wife, I couldn't imagine the tremendous amount of stress that Big Rich is going through right now. It's hard.
Exactly.
I feel bad for the whole family, man.
Yeah.
Well, did Mary Page came on this morning talking about her grandbaby. Are you aware of that situation?
Yeah, I know Mary's still in the chat. All I can say is one thing: the power of prayer, it can work in amazing ways, man.
Amen. They took the tube out, and the baby is breathing. So we are hopeful he's going to regulate. So it's it's amazing. I need to take a minute break, and you guys entertain each other. I'll be right back.
Number 1 or number 2?
You'll never know. You'll never know.
He was hanging on so long, he's got a little turtle head poking out of his butt.
Where are you located, Lee?
I'm on a little island in England called Portsea Island. It's also known as Portsmouth, although Portsmouth covers more than just the island. But I'm on that little island part, on the very, very south of England. Well, I can see that impressed you.
So is this your summer or winter right now?
It's our summer, and it's been a glorious summer, and it's a glorious day right now, actually.
Here it's going to be today 89 degrees with about 90% humidity.
What's that in normal figures?
What's that?
What's that in normal figures?
I forget you're Celsius. You're Celsius, right?
Yeah. Right, so what do we do? Halve it. Oh, that's hot. 30, 31, 32 degrees C. That's hot.
In the chat. Tell us what that is in Celsius. 89 degrees is what in Celsius for all you mathematicians out there. So they're all grabbing Google right now. Well, Lee, if you ever make it to the States, you let us know so I can be sure to meet you, man.
I would love to. I would really, really love to. I do have family there in Alamogordo.
What's
It's
that?
in the Alamogordo in Nevada.
Oh,
I have family
Nevada?
there. Yeah, I have family in Nevada. Where all the aliens visit.
A little hot out that way right now.
Is it?
I think they're going to be 100 and something degrees today. So
Blimey.
one dirty platy says, believe you're talking 35 Celsius.
That's hot. That's probably the hottest day we would ever have in a year on a hottest day of the year, 35. One day. And everybody's moaning.
Yeah.
And then winter comes along and everyone's moaning. And then spring comes along and everyone's moaning. Something we do. The British say hello, nice weather, and then bitch about it. Weird, very odd.
Portsmouth is
In Oregon, we don't get much sunlight, so when we have the sun, we never complain.
wow.
That's how you should be. I'm not complaining. I love it.
That you live in the most wonderful town, Lee. I just what you have shown us of it. Now, when you move, are you going to stay on the island, or are you moving? Are you?
We're staying on the island. The closer you get to the seafront, the more expensive property is.
Well, that makes sense.
But it's a tiny island.
Yes.
And I could sell this one-bedroom apartment and be in the centre of town, which is no hardship because there are shops and all the amenities that you could wish for, and it's still only a 15-minute walk. But I could buy a 3-bedroom house for the same price.
Wow.
And that's what we're planning on doing. We've got a daughter, a son-in-law. We've just had our first grandchild. They can have somewhere to stay. Sue is desperately missing her garden because we're in this one-bed apartment.
Yeah, yeah.
And when we downsized, I lost 3 of my aquariums because we couldn't fit them in. It was a good idea at the time to downsize, but now we're missing it. It's been 3 years, and we want to
you're not
upsize.
like each other. You're not old
Yeah.
enough to not have the energy left to maintain it. So it'll be great fun for you, particularly being
Really
able to have a fish room.
Really excited.
Yeah, that's neat. Well, I'm going to come visit you at some point.
You most definitely will once we have the spare rooms.
Yeah, and we'll get you over here.
Are you any good at washing up?
Say
How
what?
far a flight is that, Lee?
Yeah.
How long a flight is it to you?
5 hours.
5 hours from the East Coast to you?
5 hours. Well, I've only ever been to Miami, and that was a 5-hour trip. It was a stopover because we were on our way to Honduras, of all places.
Indeed.
5 hours that flight was from Heathrow to Miami. It's not long.
No, that's not bad, really.
No,
For the
that's not long.
distance you're traveling.
I used to work in Australia, so I'd spend a month in Australia, a month back in the UK, a month in Australia, a month back in the UK. Did that for 2 years.
Wow.
And the flight, including stopovers, it's 28 hours from door to door.
And all day long, 1 full day.
Yeah. Anything less than that is a doddle.
Wow. I've done that kind of driving. I can't do it anymore. I actually have not been able to do it for a long time.
So it looks like Big J says it's going to be 104 at his place today. Well,
my
Big
word.
J, if it's like that when I come to visit you, man, I guess I'll be sleeping with the catfish.
Yeah, really.
What?
Big J will officially be my last stop.
Hi, Jace. Good to see you. Come visit. Steven's here. One Dirty Platty, Anthony T.
Can I
Petraman.
go on? Can I go on the naughty step again?
Petraman has been to Portsmouth back in '78.
I was
And he
10.
loved it then. He said he was treated with great respect.
Oh, you would be. We're lovely.
Really. Cassie be 88 degrees with her. We've been in the mid 90s. Right now it's cool and pleasant, but last week was dreadful. We were in the mid 90s the whole week. Big J 104. God.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, that's neat. How are we doing here? We're in great shape. We're halfway through. Yes.
How long are
Lee.
you going today, Father Fish? An hour?
Yeah, 10 o'clock. We'll go till 10. Yes, Lee. If it's gonna put you in timeout, I'm avoiding doing it.
5 minutes.
You got it.
Right. Wait.
Go for it. All right.
The grand old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he had them all again.
Bye.
Oh, is he out of there? There he is.
Oh no! What? Time out.
You got it. There. Nuts. Have you heard his song? Did you hear his song this morning?
I did not.
He did. Oh, it's wonderful. We need to play it. Let me play it again. I delight in this. He wrote this as an opening for my streams. Let me get it up and we'll play it. Here we go. Right, complete with Jester's cap.
Hello, Mary. Mary, try and sort this one out. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that can be. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish.
Isn't that fun?
Instrumental break.
Catchy.
I love the Jester hat, man.
Oh, isn't that great?
Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. 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 Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish.
Morning, cowboy.
Isn't that fun? Aquarium Cowboy, hello. Good to see you. Tisha. Partey. Yeah, it is a party when we get Leon here.
So what you got going on today, Father Fish?
I'm just holding the fort down, I think. I've got Frank back. He's out collecting some natives, freshwater natives. So we'll get some of those in. I've got a couple of orders to fill, and we're about out of everything. August is very slow. This is the slowest month of the year. So I'm not buying anything. I'm just kind of hunkering down, trying to get the bills paid, keep it going until September when it'll open back up again. So whatever possessed you to do this trip, Kenny?
Well, I knew I was going south at the RV dealer. I had a couple of choice conversations with the regional manager, so I could see it was going south. So I started planning because I had a feeling I was going to be let go, which I was. So anyway, I figured one thing about myself is I'm very organized with my money. I made sure to stash while the times were good, and I managed to put a quite little nest egg together where I could, take a month off work and not hurt me. So what better time to go see family? And while I was doing it, I figured I'd go out and see the fish fam while I was at it, and that's what I decided.
Nice.
But I've already got a position already locked up while I was on vacation. So when I get back, I will officially be working 4 days a week. So I'll have more time for my fish.
Oh, cool.
So,
what are you going to be doing?
Still in the retail end of the world. I'm probably going to stick with what I know, and I'm going to go back in the car business.
Cool. I remember I had you on a live stream 6 months ago. You were at work.
Yeah, I was a sales manager for a car lot at that time.
Yeah, that's right. You came on. We talked for a little bit. I think it was the first time I met you.
Yep, it was one of the first.
It's amazing.
How far 6 months in the fish fam go, huh?
Yeah, it's an endeavor. Yeah, it just kind of flies by, doesn't it? Well, I've been 1 year. By September 15th, when I'll be 80 years old, I will be on the fish fam for 1 year. Started last September 15th. 2 months after
I started January of 19.
Oh, okay. That's 7-8 months before. Let's see. Somebody calling from Indiana. Yes, Father Fish.
I just have an Indiana number. No, I just want to make sure you're open this morning.
Yeah, we're here.
Coming over for a fish. All right.
Okay, dokie, you bet. Somebody coming over for a fish.
I was hoping it was going to be Lucas for you.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been fun? Well, without Lucas, I would not be here. I was bouncing along the bottom for 2 months. I think I had a total of 50 subscribers after 2 months, every one of whom were customers in my shop. And then somehow or other, he found me. I was cranking out videos. I was doing 1 video a day. I think at that point I had about 50 videos in the first 2 months. And somehow he found me, and he liked what he saw enough to ask his followers to bomb me. And in 1 day, I got 300 subscribers. And then the next day, another 300. And it took me then 2 months after that to hit 1,000. But without that initial boost, I can't imagine what it would have been like.
My channel's the same way. I think I had about 150 subscribers when I met Lucas, and he came out and spoke for our I met him originally up at the AGA up in Seattle, the Aquatic Gardeners Association.
Oh my.
And met him up there, and then I kind of dropped the seed in his head that, hey, we'd love for you to come speak for Greater Portland Aquarium Society, and then ended up reaching out to him. We got him out here for that, and then him and I hung out the entire time he was here. We became pretty good friends, and then he shot a video of my fish house, and then my channel went, I think we gained like 700 subscribers in 3 days. So
Yeah, it's amazing when that happens. I hit a peak last March. For 2 weeks, one of my videos went viral, and I did in 2 weeks, I went up almost 3,000 subscribers.
yeah, I remember that.
It was astounding. And then the following 2 weeks, it went in the opposite direction at the same rate. It just went, it V'd straight up and straight down. And it kind of stayed down since then. I started doing a lot of streams. The one thing I've discovered about streams is that they're great for building community, terrible for building a channel. I make about 2 cents per stream.
Well, they say if your goal is to make money on YouTube, you're in the wrong business.
Well, that's true enough. But I was losing subscribers. I was staying for about a month. I didn't gain, or I would lose 2 and gain 2, day after day after day, until I finally put together a solid video, which came out 2 days ago. And it's hit about 1,200 in the first 24 hours. And I picked up 20 subscribers. So I'm back to doing videos, which I needed to be doing. I just had not figured out what to do or how to do it. But I think I've got it now. So I'm excited about that. Lee is in chat. He's saying Sir Fatherfish is now having adverts on his channel. Please let them play out. That's interesting. It's boring. That's not true on the live chat. That's probably true on the playback. And maybe he's looking at the video, which is monetized. Yeah, I finally decided not to even bother monetizing the streams. It's not worth it. But there's so much interest in what we're doing. You know, I'm doing 9 o'clock every morning, my time, for an hour. And we've got a good following.
So far, Danny and I are just doing the dedicated stream on Sunday nights. That's about the only one we're doing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then I'm, of course, while on this trip, I'm live streaming sporadically at any time. When I get to a place, if I see something I want to talk about, I go live. So.
Right. Well, we just kind of, I don't know, we're hitting, there's an enthusiasm level on this stream right now. And I'm just kind of playing it out, seeing how far it goes and what happens with it. We've been getting a lot of people in. It's not really increasing in daily numbers, but it's a changing cast of characters. It's new people. There's some new people coming in every day.
Like he says hello to Mummy in the background. Hello, she says.
Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics. Fatherfish, I'm assuming that's how I found you yesterday. I subscribe, went away, watched most of your content between now and then. So, yeah, brand new person. Nice. So you're pulling out, today's Friday. You're pulling out today? Or are you going to hang with your mom another day?
I'm going to be here till Monday. Then Monday I'll head out.
Oh, okay. So you can spend the weekend. That's nice.
By the way, Father Fish, it's Thursday.
Is it really? Oh, God. Who was it yesterday?
You're trying to get to the weekend, man.
Yeah, I am. I really am. Thursday. Jeez. Somebody threw an extra day in there. Oh, dear. Psychedelic hippocampus. Knowledge is bountiful. Danica, a breath of fresh air. And loving his story. Lee. Stephen, I had a lot of people from my lab sub to you, Father Fish. Now I'm trying to get the senior members to even look at their phones and laptops. Stephen works in a lab and has been, he kind of got involved with this a while ago and has been promoting us on the lab. Stephen, we really need some kind of a video or lab cast from you. We need to get you on here showing your lab or something.
Yeah, he has some interesting stuff he does. Research, mixing Africans with South Americans to see what the aggression levels would be. I mean, I've been following him for a little bit. He's definitely piqued my interest. I would love to be able to go in there and check that place out.
Yeah, you bet. He's in what, L.A.?
I think he's on the East Coast, actually.
Oh, that's right. He's in Virginia or Maryland. Where are you located, Steve?
I can't remember Virginia. It's one of those two, I believe.
Oh, he finished a video yesterday, he said. Post the link, Stephen, please.
Yeah, I'll check that out when I get off of here, Stephen. I'm very interested in seeing what you got, man.
Yeah, really.
Please. Yeah, I'll check that out when I get off of here, Stephen. I'm very interested.
Now what did I do?
That's funny you should say that, Lee. I had a shaved head for years, man. But the beard thing, Danny's not down for. She's not a fan of bearded men.
Ah. Chloramine filters for an RO system. Interesting. Petroman asking about chloramine filters for RO. Talking to Stephen. See what he says. I just use a carbon block. Well, we lost him again. We'll see if he comes back. We lost you, Kennedy. Oh, Mary Page says that Stephen is close to her, so he's in Virginia. Thank you very much for coming on, Kenny. Hello, we've lost him. I guess he's not going back. WS Discus. Hello, WS Discus. Rohan J. Virginia, right. Petroman talking about chlorine filters. Right. Hat trick. I've kept Africans with convicts and they were fine together. I've got a big tank back there. In fact, the video I just put out is a 200-gallon that has a mixed population of Central Americans and African, mostly Malawi cichlids in it. Stephen, you're pretty big time. I don't know if y'all would ever allow me to do that, but it'd be awesome. It's talking about going in and videoing. I've never posted or did a video before. Once I upload it, like to send it to some fish tubers to post on their channel. Be delighted to host that, Stephen. That would be wonderful. Yeah, Lee saying Kenny's on a great adventure. And staying with his mom. What fun is that? That's wonderful. Kenny, we lost you. We didn't get a goodbye. I hope you're okay. Petraman, we did that. Let me back up some. I've missed most of the chat. How far should a tank be from a window getting morning sunlight? Planning to set up my bathtub for growing snails. Rohan, I like morning sun in my fish tanks. I think sunlight has a reflective quality that is unmatched by any kind of synthetic light. If it turns out to be too much light and you cannot control the algae, then put some kind of a sheer curtain behind it at the window to diffuse the light a bit. But I find that hour or so of morning sunlight or afternoon sunlight coming in the tank just adds a brightness and a beauty to it that I really, really cherish. Well, I've jumped all the way back to the gray feathery algae, aquatic conquests algae. Well, I did sort of keep up, I guess. Not too bad. High-rise window cleaner is here. Hi there. Lee Petraman. I drink a Danish beer called Carlsberg. Know the beer. I can have 15 pints of it and still satisfy my missus with some cooking. 15 pints. That's a bunch of beer. Stephen will upload this evening and send. Gee whiz. You need to set up a channel. Just open a channel and post it to your channel. It just takes a minute. And then send me a link to it. And I will, I'll be able to paste it to my channel. That's going to be the simplest way to do this, is just to set up a channel. Won't take a minute. It's easy to do. You can keep everything private, although if you do that, unless you share your password with someone, they won't be able to get into the video. So don't do it private, do it public. if you want to send an email, I don't know if I can upload it. I don't know if I can upload a video on email. Need a link to it somehow. Need to post it somewhere where I can get a link, if that's doable. Lee said I made a chili today with fresh beans. High-rise window cleaner just donated a super sticker. Thank you so much, High-Rise. Very much appreciated. Zimrian is saying he had a bad cyano bacteria from Alaskan sunlight. Too much sun for too long. Interesting. Interesting. So, Lee's chili does a hot chili as well. Nice. Zimrian, hello, hello. Direct sunlight different from sunlight coming through a window. Well, I understand what you're saying. Yes, it is absolutely different. The kind of natural light, not direct sunlight, really does not affect plant growth very much at all. Direct sunlight does. Ambient sunlight really does not. So yes, there is a difference. And it's a major difference. If you can get an hour or two of direct sunlight into your tank, you will be delighted. Petroman likes Long Island ice days. Talking booze here. J. Rose says, great job keeping like to watch ratio in balance. Let me get over to see how we're doing here on YouTube. Lee never uses prepared foods. He's having more fun on the chat than he did live, I think. Zimrian is a girl, a woman, all day long. Right. Who messed that up? Probably me. Typical. Garbo. Wouldn't worry about morning sun. The plants by the window will be happy, you bet. Cassie B. Father Fish. John K. wanted to know why he was getting brown hair algae in his 11-day planted setup of a 20-gallon. He did a 30% water change. It has no fish. We were trying to help him out. Thank you, Cassie B. He needs to put fish in it. John K. put fish in your tank. There's no reason not to have fish in there. You can have fish in day 2. Day 2, fish. And then feed so sparingly you think they're not getting anything. They will control that algae. That'll be their first food. So you need to put fish in order to be able to balance the aquarium. It's really important. Don't wait to put in fish. Put them in right away. All right. Lee, do you make mustard from scratch or bagels? Bateson, I love my tank with direct sunlight. Had an algae problem, added more sand, and the tank, and kaboom, the plants love it. Stephen, algae is your friend. You bet, Stephen. Lee Wilcox, what about the gray hair algae? aquatic conquest is having. Well, you know, actually, it's something that clearly he's been dealing with for a very long time. So long that it has turned gray in the process. So add some fish, add some more plants, put an inch of sand. Somebody making a cooking what? A virtual hug from Patrick Paulson. Garbo saying that wouldn't worry about the morning sun. Yeah, you bet. Lee, Rohan, just for you. What food do you like? From Lee. Mary Page, thank you. Hi, Rise. Lee, I never use prepared food, jars or packets. Aquarium Cup, Denikin, jump back in the stream. Yardlink. Is that what happened? He Oh, Denikin, there we go. Lee's making you hungry. This is really interesting. I've got two of the most entertaining and interesting people in the fish fam. They both come onto my channel at the same time into my stream. And what happens? They leave it to go over to the chat. Now, what does that tell you? Tells you the chat's a whole lot more entertaining, folks. I really think we need to do a 24/7 open line live chat. Just do it as a channel. Do it as its own channel. 24/7 live chat. Fish Fam channel. You can come on at any time. Leave a message. I don't know how you do that. That might be tricky. If we have a monitor, I guess a number of people could have the link to be able to come on it live and monitor, but you never turn it off. It just stays on forever. I'm probably going to need to figure out a way to do that. It would become an intersection, a street corner, a meeting place for everyone. Wouldn't be able to post notes so easily. That would be problematic. I don't know that there's a way to do that. If there is, we could, I don't know. But it certainly would, there is an ongoing conversation, isn't there? All right. 1 inch of soil and 2 inches of sand. John K., Stephen the biologist. Mary Page. The chat's where it's at. You bet. Yeah, Lee, I think that would be the idea, to pop in on the live screen if and when, and if we had the link open, somebody would have to monitor it. It would have to be monitored somehow, which means it would have to have an open share. But I think that can be left. No, it's got to be monitored. It would have to be live monitored the way the system works. but maybe I'd love if you could have a number of people having the link to that. We need to look into this. I'm sure there's a way to do it. It'll probably drive YouTube batty. It would be amazing. Ah. All right, we're running over here, folks. We're gonna one more time here with the theme song, because I love it so much.
Hello, Mary. Mary, try and sort this one out. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that can be. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Instrumental break. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. 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 Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish. I think that one will do. I'll play it back and I'll see what I think. I'll bring.
Yes. Delighted to be with you all. This is a joy. And Lee doesn't want us to go. But he ran off anyway, so it doesn't matter. See you. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. Thank you for that, Danny Ken. Keep me plugged into the right day. Lovely to have you on, Danny Ken. Lee, a joy as always. And everyone, thank you to the mods. Thank you to everyone for jumping on board and participating. Great fun. See you in the morning. Bye now.